So this would just be a little easier to explain. So we're looking at my quest giver. And you can see that I have different condition nodes set up. And you can see each one here has a different quest. So there's Hunter Greeted, Hunting Savage Beast, Cooldown, Hunting Savage Beast, Snow Hunter, and I think there's one more. Yeah, there's these quests, which is like the different random quests, but they all kind of tie into Hunting Savage Beast. So this is the only one we really need to look at, because having any of these will mean that you have this. So the reason I have these condition nodes is one here, Hunter Greeted, is do they have the quest Hunter Greeted? This means if it's yes, then it means they've already talked to the guy once and they know what the quests are. They made the offer, whatever. For whatever reason, they decided to leave and did not accept the quest. So Hunter Greeted is just like a little extra bit of flair for immersion's sake. Like, obviously, if you talk to a guy once, leave the conversation, he's not going to say the exact same thing to you, right? That he just said to you a second ago. So when you do Hunter Greeted, even though they haven't taken any quest yet, we hit yes because they've talked to the guy once already. And so the next condition note is, do they have the quest Hunting Savage Beasts? Obviously no, because they haven't progressed down this dialogue tree. So we go on the false option here. And do they have Snow Hunter? If they haven't done the quest tree, then obviously they're not going to have this either. So you would go to false. And so for false here, then it's like the only other option it could possibly be is this guy talked to the NPC, he heard the offer of the quest, but he did not accept it. So in this case, he gets special dialogue. Have you considered my offer? A bit of gold for good hunting. What say you, stranger? And then at that point, they have an option node to retake the quest. Now, if they retake the quest, then we have a bounce node here, and that's going to bounce them to ID 155. Well, where is 155? That's right here. This is your land ID. Now, bounce nodes have a bounce, which is, think of like the send-off point. So if you get to a certain point in dialogue, and you want to more quickly send someone to a other set point piece of dialogue, then you can use a bounce node. You'll need a bounce, which is this guy here, bounce to ID, and this will actually be the ID of whatever dialog box you assign. So in this case, the dialog box is 155. This is the second half of the bounce node, land right there. And so from there, it goes down through our randomizer node. And instead of going through all of this again, thanks to the bounce node, we can take them right to this point in the dialogue tree, which is the assignment of different quests. So you have randomizer node. It's going to randomly generate one of 4 dialogue strings. And from that point, it's just them agreeing to take the quest. So they say, I will return with those dragon bones. They get the quest D-Slayer. So from there, they'll get a chat message that says, collect 5 dragon bones. Now, getting the quest D-Slayer will also give you the quest Hunting Savage Beasts. And this is one of our primary nodes. Like, this is one of our primary conditional nodes because it's going to give us different dialogue options. So that's why this one's majorly important. It registers that they're also on quest, but if they also come back and have different dialogue, this is going to be one of the ones that the condition nodes that we have here are looking for. And so I have the option no there to close it down. Let's assume that we have the 5 dragon bones. So at that point, we're going to come back up and talk to the guy. And at this point, you've talked to the dude. You have Hunter Greeted. Like, that's a quest that does not go away. Hunter Greeted is going to be one of those persistent quests that you keep on the player for however long they are talking or doing the quests. So usually, it goes on for a whole season. Quests don't have to expire. You can set them for 24 hours. You can set them for no expiration time. So this is one of the ones that will stay applied. Hunter greeted. They come back. It's going to check and see if they have hunting savage beasts. If they have hunting savage beasts, then the dialogue tree that they're going to get is right here. It's going to be back so soon, stranger. And the option node that they'll have is about the task you gave me. Usually you want to leave this open-ended because it could go one of two ways, as you can see here. Has quest, which is going to be any one of those random 4, and then it's going to be has item, right? Now, they can still talk to this guy if they don't have the item, and it'll send them to this dialogue tree here. So, say I don't have the dragon bones, I only have 4 instead of 5. The condition node is going to register. Okay, does he have 5 dragon bones? Does he have dragon bones? Template ID, that's the item ID in the amount of 5. True, completes the quest. False, takes you down to dialogue, where basically it says, okay, I'll return with those bones. Close the dialogue out. So let's assume that they do have the bones. So then you've got complete quest. So at this point, we're going to remove the items. We're going to remove the 5 dragon bones. We're also going to complete the quest. Now this is really important. Complete quest D Slayer. It's got to be in this order, and I could not understand this for the longest time. It has to be in this order. So we want to remove this quest because they've completed it, and we don't want there to be any overlap. Next time, they could come to the dude and he's going to be like, hey, here's this quest, slay mastodon heads. But if he still has D-Slayer, even though he's turned in the items, he's never going to be able to get that dialogue string again. So it's very important that we delete the quest after they have been taken the item, complete the quest, delete the quest. And this is the order it needs to be in. This is very, very important. After that, it all feeds into the same dialogue. Let's have a look. Put in a little wait node there so the dialogue has a moment to process and not just post on top of itself. Give them the reward, which in this case was 1 gold, no matter what the quest was. You give the option node, which is input on their hands on the player side. You have what you asked for, another wait node, and then finally the dialogue node. Fine work, my friend, very fine. Your gold as promised. And so after that, you just put in the little webhook. This is for Discord. So the Thespian log will pop in on the Discord page where it says so-and-so's completed this quest for, this amount of gold. This is completely for Discord. This doesn't really matter in game, but it's good to have this. And then from there, no matter what the quest was, they're going to feed into this thing here, complete quest. And it's going to say complete quest, hunting savage beasts. Once again, because this is a repeatable quest, we need to delete this after the quest has been completed. Just completing the quest will not remove the marker from the player. So it's very important that you have delete quest after complete quest for the daily. After that, we give them the quest, cooldown, hunting savage beast. So these are technically 2 different quests. This is the quest dedicated to hunting the animal and giving the item. This quest is completely dedicated to putting them on a cooldown and keeping them from getting that item again. Or, repeating the quest before 24 hours. So you see right here, I have the timeline set to 20 hours. This will automatically expire. There's nothing they can do with this quest. That's not the point. The whole point is to just keep them locked out of going back into the dialogue trees and re-accessing quests they've already done, because then they'll just run up gold. So they can't do anything for 24 hours until this thing expires. But in addition to getting this quest, they also get given the quest Snow Hunter. And so Snow Hunter is a quest that only serves the purpose of altering their greeting dialogue. So we'll come back to this in a second. You see right here, wait node. That's another bounce node. I'll explain where that comes from in a second. But Elven Man, regard you with a curt nod. Goodbye. Dialogue's over. Close dialogue, right? So after they've completed the daily quests, they are going to have 2 quests persistent on them that will last for the potentially for the duration of the season. It's going to be Snow Hunter, and it's going to be Hunter Greeted. And the whole reason behind these is because we want to alter the dialogue to make it seem more organic and make it seem like the NPC is remembering the player when they come back the next day to get another quest. So let's assume that they've done that. And so we're on day 2. Now, this is the origin node. This is what's going to pop up as soon as I talk to the guy. The first thing that's going to register, does the player that's talking to the NPC have Hunter Greeted? Obviously they do if they did a quest yesterday, so we're going to go to true. Do they have the quest Hunting Savage Beasts? No, because it's a new day, and this was removed yesterday. Do they have the quest cooldown Hunting Savage Beasts, which is the secondary quest? If it hasn't been a day, then they'll still have this. And at which point, it's like, oh, you're still on cooldown. We have a bounce node here, 161. And so where is that going to take us? That's going to take us right here. So they're going to land here because they're still on cooldown. And what is that going to lead us to? The same fucking dialogue with the guy regarding you with the curt respectful nod. Come back tomorrow. You're still on cooldown. So we leave that as it is. That's for if they have the cooldown still. In this case, they don't. So they're going to be checked at that point to see, okay, well, they don't have the cooldown for Hunting Savage Beast anymore. They don't have the quest marker on them for cooldown. So do they have Snow Hunter? And so in this case, if they didn't have Snow Hunter, they would be going to this. Because again, the only way you're going to not have cooldown Hunting Savage Beasts, the only way you're going to not have Hunting Savage Beast and not have the cooldown and not have Snow Hunter is if you're talking to this guy for the first time and for whatever reason you closed out before you could accept the quest. So in this case, they do have Snow Hunter, and they do have Hunter Greeted. So they've clearly done this quest before. At which point, we're going to go with true, wait node, and you can see the quartermaster regards you with a nod, a look of respect and familiarity. The hunter returns, interested in making a bit more gold? Give me something to hunt. At which point, we have our bounce node of 155. We already know what that does. That takes us right back here. And again, we're going through our randomizer node, and we're going to get one of these 4 quests reapplied, applied to them for the duration of the day, so they'll have a whole day to get this done from the time they take the quest. Hunting Savage Beast gets reapplied, gets closed, and we go through the whole thing all over again. And that'll be the thing. So just another quick recap. Hunting Savage Beasts, cooldown Hunting Savage Beasts. These will be quests that get removed and applied each time the player comes back to get a new daily quest. Same thing with Dragon Slayer, S-Hunt, M-Slayer, Tusk Beast. These are all things that will get removed. These quests here, they all give the quest Hunting Savage Beast, which gets removed. When you turn in the item, this is where you also get the quests for D-Slayer, S-Hunt, M-Slayer, Tusk Beast, also get removed and deleted. And again, remove item, complete quest, delete quest. So for those, this is the order it's always going to be in. And that's pretty much the whole thing. You make quests to literally give quests and progress at different points on the quest line. But you can also give quest markers that don't expire for the sake of altering dialogue, making conversations seem more organic. And that's pretty much it.